What is up, PPR fans? I am Tori Hamilton, and we are here at the North County Game of the Week. It is round one of the Open Division CIF playoffs. We have the number 3 seed, the Carlsbad Lancers, taking on the number 2 seed, the Costa Canyon Mavericks. These teams are both 9-1. These teams are both high scoring, and the last time they met was just 2 weeks ago when the Mavericks mauled the Lancers 50-22. Now the Lancers are looking for revenge. It is win or go home. So let's get into some highlights. Let's see who wins.
All right, LCC gets the ball to start, and it is Quinn Roth. Do a little quick pass to Diego Botron for a 3-yard gain. Just 2 minutes into the first quarter, we have Quinn Roth to Kobe Herman. Some people say 6'7", but that is a 76-yard touchdown. That puts the Mavericks up 7-0. Lancers come out, and it's a handoff to Kai Brown, who gets a little 5-yard gain. Lancers rush a couple times more, but this one is to Ian Wall to get the first down. The Lancers pass for the first time, and it's Eli McNeil, but that play is read well by the Mavs' Ryan Scully. McNeil in the pocket goes back to Webb, and he breaks some ankles. Ooh, look at that. Protects that ball and gets a 15-yard gain. Now with the help of a penalty that moves him closer to the end zone, McNeil goes to Rocky Cummings to tie them up 7-7 in the first quarter. Mavericks ball now, and it's handoff to Kobe Herman, but it's Dylan Sims from the Lancers that gets a nice tackle. Roth now drops back, and it's to Lennox Marcucci for a 21-yard gain. Now Roth fakes the handoff, goes to Herman, and he gets 5, gets 10, and slips out of the tackle, gets 15 and 20. The Lancers always answered back on defense, and that is a Sean Cranford with a tackle for loss. It's second quarter now, and the Mavs go back to who else but Kobe Herman, who gets the first down. Quinn Roth flares out to his left, looking to his left, and as the defender's about to tackle, he lets it go, and it's out of bounds. So the Mavericks have to settle for a field goal. It is now 10-7 Mavericks. Carlsbad goes back out there, and it's 3 and out. They have to punt it away. It's Jackson Majori back to receive the punt. He has an opening, takes his lane, and gets 20 yards on that. LCC on the 28-yard line. Roth goes to Jackson Majori, who gets 6 yards, but that tackle was brought down by a face mask, so that penalty puts them within the 10-yard line. Roth now back to Majori, who catches the ball off the back of the defender. That puts the Mavericks up 16-7. Lancers on the 33 goes to Kai Brown, who shakes off a defender, avoids a tackle, and is brought down after a 30-yard gain. McNeil, little pitch play to Kai Brown again, who gets 5 yards, 10 yards, spin move, gets 15 yards. And you know what? Let's just give it to him again. He gets within the 10-yard line. Handoff to Brown again, who gets within the 2-yard line, and he's already gotten us this far. Let's have him punch it in for us. We have a game, folks. It is 16-14. Mavericks are up. The action doesn't stop there. On the kickoff, Jackson Majori to receive. He's going 10 yards, 20 yards, 30, 40, 50 yards, 60 yards, 70. On the tackle, ball pops out, and it is loose. Lancers fell on it first, but it is the Mavericks who somehow got the ball for an 82-yard kickoff return. LCC on the 13-yard line, and it's Mario and Quiano from the Lancers that gets a nice sack. But it's not enough to stop the Mavericks offense. No one else but Kobe Herman with an insane catch. There's some debate on whether he stepped out or not, but ultimately it was ruled a touchdown. Let's slow it down for you. There's the catch. Knee is down, and he is in. Lancers back with the ball. Little pitch to Kai Brown again, who gets the first. Back to Kai Brown. Let's do it again. Down at the 5. McNeil gets the ball, is in trouble. Lucas White on his tail, and is brought down for a 12-yard sack. The Lancers don't let that phase them, though. It's a handoff to Ian Wall, and he punches it in, making the score 23-21. Mavericks are still up. LCC couldn't get a first down, so it's Carlsbad ball again, and it is a personal foul that will move the sticks 15 yards forward. Eli McNeil now flares out to his left, throws left to get the first down. Lancers on the 6-yard line, and it is a handoff to Kai Brown. Little misdirection got our cameraman there, but the Lancers pull ahead with 7 minutes left. It is 27-23. Mavericks doing what they can to get downfield. That's Herman with a gain. Roth now drops back, looking to his left for Marcucci, but it is intercepted by Tad Mitchell from the Lancers. That is a game-winning interception there. LLC is not happy with the call. They say it hit the ground. Let's take another look. Freeze frame. Looks like the ball does hit the ground. Refs just didn't see it though. And we still have 4 minutes left. Lancers just trying to run out the clock now. Kai Brown with a little bit of gain. Now to Darian Webb, who runs into a wall, but somehow manages to get out of it and runs the clock out with that long gain. That sets them up for victory formation after a 9-point deficit. Huge comeback win for the Lancers. They didn't let the Mavericks score at all in the second half, and we caught up with Kai Brown after the game.
You knew coming into this game it was going to be a dogfight. What did it take to keep answering back on offense and defense?
Defense, we switched up our whole game plan, lots of film, hard practices, grinding throughout the week.
You had the game-winning touchdown. When did you start to feel that momentum shift?
Right after that one run, our O-line, they've been blocking their asses off. They've been doing a great job. And, we just put it together in the end and it all worked out.
2 weeks ago, you lost to them. Now you beat them in playoffs. How does it feel?
Feels amazing.
What's it going to take to beat either Mission Hills or Cathedral Catholic next week?
We're going to do the same thing, grind at practice, watch lots of film, We're just going to do everything we can to come in prepared for that game. This isn't our first time being down in the game, We know how to handle it, staying composed, It's everyone doing their part to just stay calm and get through it,
Congrats.
Thank you.